3 months. That was the initial campaign prediction for the conquest of the Terran colonial world of Medina. A small, insignificant world with a moderately sizable population of workers that chipped valuable metals and minerals from asteroids in upper orbit stations. It was now the 2nd year of our initial invasion. The surface of the world resembled the surface of a moon, rather than anything that could be considered conductive to complex life. Terran defensive networks webbed through what remained of the planet's lithosphere, and occasionally raiding parties assaulted advanced teams. Terran combat craft, inferior as they were, did inspire a modicum of respect for their daring and bravery alone. Blockade running and sudden strikes plagued our supporting fleet ever since our initial deadline passed. The ships and their captains adapted over the months, sometimes sending ghost ships, drones with the same signature as standard human vessels to probe our lines. Once they found a hole, they funneled down to the surface, and presumably joined the defenders, as none ever left the surface of Medina. The bleeding world was the macabre term our soldiers coined Medina. You go there to shed blood, yours or theirs. Yet it finally appeared the humans were running dry. Our beleaguered fleet closed in on the approximate location of the final major human strongpoint. The High Autarch and Admiral in charge of the invasion effort snorted to one another as they gloated. About time this ordeal was finished. I certainly hope so. These Terrans are a pest like no other. A series of soft alarms called the attention of the distinguished duo. Identify. Terrestrial communication request, a sensor menial replied. Surrender right before the very end? How very anticlimactic. Pass them through. A face appeared on the screen before them. An elder human that wore the uniform of an officer stared at them through the feed. A dirty cloth, slick with their uniquely red blood, was wrapped around his left eye. A kinetic round impact shook the shelter he was in, and a film of dust covered the human. Greetings to you, Vimbarans. My name is Hashim Alderwood. I am the remaining officer left in command of human forces here in Medina. I am here to announce the cessation of conflict. The two commanders smirked at one another. About time, human. Stubbornness must be a common trait of your kind. We accept your surrender. The human tilted his head to the side inquisitively. I did not offer surrender. I declared an end to this conflict. The pair looked at each other with a mixture of contempt and confusion. Elaborate, human. If you have not come to surrender as your defenses crumble around you, then what is the purpose of this communique? The aged human smirked. We are stubborn, just as you said. This is why we of Medina fought for our home with such ferocity. This world is ours. If we can't have it... The man pressed a button off screen. Neither will you. It said that Medina detonated with such force that the fleet was crushed just by the shockwave. No one invades human worlds anymore.